Hi everybody, Avana Intuitive here with our weekly astrology reading for the week of April 23rd, 2025. As we get started, I want to remind everyone this is for entertainment purposes only. I do have timestamps in the description below for each astrology sign, and please like, share, and subscribe, as of course it really helps the channel. So there we go. The first sign that we have is Aries. Let me just write down the timestamp here. Oop, move that out of the way. There we go. All right, so here we go. This is for Aries for the week of April 23rd, 2025. I will tell you, Aries, I am shuffling these cards and they are flying all over the place. So that usually means to me that this is a pretty busy week. Oh, and I do want to mention that I am using the Radiant Rider Waite Smith deck, which I think is a great deck. It's the deck that I didn't learn on the Radiant Rider Waite Smith deck, but I learned on the Rider Waite deck, and I kind of am always partial to this tarot deck. So here we go. All right, Aries. Good grief, I'm talking, and Five of Wands. This is learning, training. These gentlemen are out here. They are learning how to, go into battle. This also represents to me like office gossip, kind of staying out of the thick of things this week. Just go back to your office, get out of the office gossip. Don't get mixed up into things, or you may actually even be in a training class this week or something, or signing up for some training. Here you are, moving forward with some creative ideas, almost like, and I love this because you have the wands here and you have the wands here, almost like you are getting ready to go into training, or you've just come out of some training and you're kind of moving forward now with this new level of knowledge that you have, which I love because it ends up with this Empress. Abundance, fertility, moving forward, love. Okay, this, I don't know if you notice this, there's this waterfall here, which kind of represents like this unending like love from source. And it's just really nice. It's like you're on your path, or even you've kind of started like a little bit rough around the edges, and you kind of now have the experience, you kind of get refined, and now you're putting things into practice this week, or getting ready to, where you have, where you've grown. And I really like that. Okay, so there you go, Aries. All right, next up we have Taurus. So let's see, this is for Taurus for the week of April 23rd, 2025. Let's see what we have for Taurus for the week of April 23rd, 2025. Taurus, April 23rd, 2025. All right. First card up is the Four of Pentacles. Holding on to your resources. You have resources, but you're holding on to them. This is, your time, your energy, your money. Just kind of, you've got things, but you're like, oh, I'm just, I'm not ready to spend that money yet. Not ready to move in that direction yet. I'm looking, I'm watching. You're able to, but you're just kind of sitting back and waiting. This death card comes up. This really represents, it doesn't necessarily represent physical death, but it does represent change. Almost like change is coming. You're looking for that direction on where you want to move, but you're not quite ready to go there yet. But you kind of feel like there's a transition coming up, like there's change and something moving forward, but you're holding on to things because you're like, yeah, I'm not quite ready yet. But then you get this Star card, which I love this Star card because this is kind of like wish fulfillment. It represents balance. It can be a wish fulfillment. Moving forward, it's like I'm holding on to things. I know things are going to change, but it seems like they're going to really be changing for the better for you. So I really love that. But you know what? I just heard they're changing for the better because you've been very conservative and moving forward. Hasn't been this willy-nilly, just, spend money or spend my time or resources, my energy all over. No, things are, I hear it's kind of, I just heard rubber band effect. It's, things have, you've held on and the rubber band's pulling back. And when it releases, right, that transition, when the change happens, you kind of get catapulted forward in a really good direction. So there you go. Some nice energy for you this week. So I love that. Then we have Gemini. Let's see what we get for Gemini for the week of April 23rd, 2025. Let's see what we get for Gemini. First card out is the Fool card, taking that step, that leap of faith. If you're ready, right? It might be time take that leap of faith, move forward. Things don't really kick into gear. We can think about it, we can meditate on it, but things, the universe can't really work with you on moving forward unless you move forward. Then it can reflect back those synchronicities. So it might be time to move forward, especially this Eight of Wands, focusing all your energy in one direction. Moving fast, things can start to kick in. I almost hear like the universe saying, as soon as you can do that, as soon as you move in that direction, we can respond quickly and give you some energy back. And then Two of Cups, seeing eye to eye with someone. This might be a health issue that you find a doctor that you finally work out well with, but seeing eye to eye, whether it's a significant other, whether it's someone that you work with, whether you meet someone, yeah, it's almost like you're out there kind of on your own. You make that decision to move forward on some issue. Quickly, the universe is like, hey, we are able to respond, and we are able to, it's almost like the universe reflecting back to you. We're able to bring our cup now to you and, reflect back that help and that energy back to you. It may be a little bit more quickly than you're expecting. So I love that for you, Gemini. So there you go. All right, now here we go. This is for Cancer. This is for Cancer for the week of April 23rd, 2025. Let's see what we have for Cancer for the week of April 23rd, 2025. Shuffling the cards, Cancer, for the week of April 23rd, 2025. Three of Swords, coming out of something, maybe coming out of a broken heart, right? Or just maybe even remembering kind of something that broke your heart in the past. It's, I'm not going to go through that again, right? It's like I went through that, learned the lesson, moving forward. Yeah, something broken heart, but this light here says the storm is over, moving forward. Yeah, and this King of Cups saying, yeah, I understand. Life has these, this King of Cups is sitting on these waves, but he's sitting here. He's got it. I've got the leadership abilities. Those emotional up and downs, they happen. Been there, done that, and I know that life goes on, and it can go on in a really, really positive way. And then the Hermit card. Life does go on, and you know what? I'm going to sit back. I'm going to take my time, and I'm going to be taking my time one step at a time and getting my enlightenment one step at a time. I almost hear right now, Cancer, it's just the time for you to just be by yourself. Take your time. The enlightenment's coming one step at a time. You're on the right path. There's no doubt about that. And it's just like, you know what? It's just time to kind of like step back and spend some time doing some inner work for you this week. So there you go, Cancer. All right, now up next is Leo. All right, so here we go for Leo for the week of April 23rd, 2025. See what we get for my Leo friends. Well, as I've said in the past, I have a lot of Leos in my life. Love my Leos. They are great. They are funny. They are happy. They are positive people. That I have a lot. I'm very blessed. I have a lot of Leos in my life. So let's see what we get. Interesting. Oh my goodness. Okay, first of all, we get the World card. This is like moving to a new phase. One phase wrapping up, new phase beginning, right? And I actually know a lot of Leos that's kind of happening, and it's not maybe happening this week, but it's happening like big phase change. But it's not happening maybe like this week, but it is happening. Got the Five of Pentacles, kind of feeling maybe a little left out of things, right? But here, everybody's right here for you, Leo. You might feel a little left out in some things, but you know what? Right there, we're all saying, hey, we're right here to help. We're right here to be with you. If you need us, just give us that call, text us. We're right here, all your friends and family. And then the outcome is this Ace of Wands, this new creative beginning, almost like one phase is ending. This new phase, this new creative phase is beginning. But you know what? You have to go through this feeling. There's almost like a feeling like between the two, where one's ending, one's beginning, feeling a little lost, a little left out. But you know what? Nothing to feel that way for, really. I think we all get that way when we're between phases and we're waiting on that new creative idea. But it's going to strike and it's going to be good. So there you go, Leo. All right, now we have our Virgos. As we all know, I'm a Virgo, so let's see what we have for all of us Virgos, my Virgo friends out there. Let's see what we have for Virgo for the week of April 23rd, 2025. April 23rd, 2025. Let's see what we have for Virgo. Oh, very interesting. Okay, first card I get, Nine of Wands. Feeling a little like, you know, kind of like a little beaten, like a little battered. But you know what? Still persisting. Don't we always just persist, us Virgos? We're like, yes, you know, we're still standing. We're still standing, right? I have a friend that when I say hi, I say, hi, how are you? And he says, upright and taking nourishment. That's what we are. We're upright and taking nourishment. That's actually huge to be able to do that every day. So yes, we are. We're feeling a little beaten and battered, but we're still upright and taking nourishment. And then we get this beautiful King of Pentacles card. We're still solid. We're grounded, right? We're still working it. We still have all our resources. We're working it. We have everything. We have everything in reserve. We have our energy, our money, our time. Everything's in reserve. Even though, you know, we could all use a vacation, I'm sure. But then interesting, because I was thinking, I don't know about this card, but you know, but then we have this Three of Swords, because I think some of us, especially for me, a little afraid to move forward, because I know in the past I've had my heart broken. I'm a little afraid to move forward on some things, and some of us Virgos might be a little afraid. Heartbreak in the past, nothing lately for me. Hopefully not for you either. But I want to move forward on some things. I have to be honest, I'm a little hesitant, because I'm like, oh, you know, I've got that, you know, I got that feeling. I'm like, oh, I've had that heartbreak in the past. I don't want to go through that. But I will tell you, Virgos, on the bottom of the deck here, I'm going to share this with my Virgo friends. We do have this 10 of Cups. You know what? Look at this beautiful, emotional, you know, rainbow. So if that helps any of us to move forward, if that's the message, you know, you're waiting on, you know, that kind of, when I glanced down and I saw that, I'm like, yeah, you know, we can't deny, or, you know, what our experience is and what it has been. That certainly plays a huge part in all of us moving forward. But you know what? I just heard the words, live more, fear less, right? Live more, fear less. So there you go. All right. Now here we go for my Libra friends. This is for Libra for April 23rd, 2025. Let's see what we have for Libra for the week of April 23rd, 2025. Libra, April 23rd, 2025. King of Swords, thinking a lot about data and, you know, analyzing. You might very well be doing that. But you know what I love about this card is that he's holding this sword a little bit to the side. Yeah, he's like you've got that leadership energy around you, and you got the data, but you kind of like, you know, it's not straight up and down where it's yes or no. We kind of have it tilted. We're a little bit flexible on moving forward, and we can use that. We can use that information. Not to break the rules, not to do, you know, not to do anything wrong, but we can be a little bit flexible, you know, to be kind to people or to make a little bit of a decision that's a little bit helpful towards people. So, okay, so we got a lot of data going on, a lot of thinking. Then we have this Hangman. It seems like, you know, you might have been hanging, you know, looking at things from a new perspective, not really moving forward. The Hangman, he certainly can move forward. He can take himself down, but he's hanging around, looking at things in a different perspective as he gets enlightened, right? While he's analyzing all his data. And then I love this Six of Cups. This card, a card of nostalgia, but it's also like a card of safety. And it's a card of, you know, just kind of like, you're kind of like, I feel like you're kind of like feeling safe where you're at right now. You're just safe, just kind of hanging around this week, still looking at things, still analyzing things. So it really just might be a really nice place to be for you this week, Libra. Not really ready to move forward, but still not that you're not doing anything. Analyzing data is a very important thing. Still, you know, weighing options. So there you go. I hope that helps you this week, you know, to just know that you're just right as usual, as we all are, just in the right place, right where we should just be. So here we go. Now, Scorpio. This is for Scorpio for the week of April 23rd, 2025. Let's see what we get for Scorpio for the week of April 23rd, 2025. Here we go. First card I get is the Seven of Wands. Maybe needing to stick up for yourself this week, or sticking up for your ideas. This guy came out so fast, he's got a shoe and a boot on, you know. He said, no, wait a minute. I got to stick up for my viewpoint here. So that's good. Stick up for yourself, you know. let the world know, your world know, who the people in your world know what your viewpoint is, what you believe in. That's nothing wrong with that. Then we get the Lovers card. This Lovers card, I love this card because this really shows, you know, either really finding a significant other or finding maybe a new relationship this week, but also working with people that have the same viewpoint as you. And, you know, it has, it has this volcano in the back, and it has this angelic energy, this volcanic energy, really kind of getting that, like that passion, like this is how I feel this week. And I'm going to, I'm going to let people know in a nice way too. I mean, not going out and going crazy about it, but I'm going to get out there and like make my voice heard. And then this Two of Wands, it's going to maybe put you in a new direction. It may very well, getting out there, having your voice heard. Maybe you meet someone. Maybe you'd say, hey, this really is how I feel. A new direction coming for you this week. Very well might be happening, Scorpio. You get out there and you're like, yeah. Or you start, even if you talk in your head, like, you're thinking, that is how I feel about this is the direction I want to move in. This is what I feel passionate about. And this is how I want to move forward in my life. So there you go. You might have a big enlightenment this weekend. All right. Or this week, rather. All right. Here we go with Sagittarius. Sagittarius for the week of April 23rd, 2025. Let's see what we have for Sagittarius for the week of April 23rd, 2025. April 23rd, 2000. Okay, the cards are just going all over here for you, Sagittarius. That usually tells me it might be a very busy week for you. A nice energetic week, which I love. Because nice energetic weeks, we get a lot of stuff done. Oh, okay. Nice cards too. Ten of Swords. Yeah, getting stabbed in the back, right? You can't make it any more like vivid than this, right? But you know what? It's happened in the past. The sun is rising. We know now, who's backstabbed us, what the issues are, who to avoid, what to avoid. We've learned our lesson, but we also, that's good knowledge to have. And it's like, okay, good. Now I know who is on my side, who isn't. This is all good information to have moving forward, which I love, because then you get this beautiful Empress card of abundance, of love, of kindness. And, again, I like to always point out on this card, right over here, there's a waterfall. This is like the love of source constantly flowing, right? Again, fertility, moving forward, feminine, great, a lot of feminine energy in this card, moving forward, nurturing, kindness. Okay, this maybe isn't the best, nobody really loves seeing this card, but you know what? This is important energy too, to get to know where I stand and like who I can depend on and what people in a way, kind of like what people think about me, but how I can move forward. Maybe, people don't like me, or I'm not their cup of tea. That's okay. I'll go find people who I am their cup of tea, and I'll get in a different group of people that, that I can have fun with and bond with. And then this really shows that energy, getting into that group, finding that person, finding who you jive with. I mean, then having fun with them. And then I love it because then, of course, you get, not of course, but then you get this Sun card. This Sun card, I love it. Warmth, sunshine, fun, love, abundance, growth. I mean, it's almost like I'm hearing you have a revelation this week of really, it's like all of a sudden yeah, that's it. Why was I fighting this? That's what I just heard. Why was I fighting this? Why was I fighting this idea? Why was I fighting this group? Why was I fighting going to this event or this situation? I don't know what it is for you, but it's like, yeah, like you almost have like a breakthrough of inspiration, or like I see like the veil being taken off your eyes on an issue that you then move forward. So there you go. All right, Sagittarius. Now here we are with Capricorn. Capricorn for the week of April 23rd, 2025. Capricorn for the week of April 23rd, 2025. Let's see what we have for Capricorn. I'm going to do one more shuffle. I don't know why. Got to do what I got to do. All right. Knight of Cups. Beautiful. Might have a nice message coming in for you this week. This is a positive card. Moving forward, good messages, good emotional stability. A good message, good information coming forward. Again, just moving forward. Nice. Three of Wands. Watching your ships come in. That message came in. Okay. Wonderful. Moving forward. watching your shifts come in, but also making adjustments to what's going on. But this beautiful golden light, like it's all good, like things are moving forward, data's coming in, you know, information's coming in, emotional information. Yeah, okay, got it. I'll adjust this, I'll do that. Just moving forward. And then I love this 10 of Pentacles. You can't get more pentacles on a card than this. Pentacles representing money, representing health. You know, 3 generations. You have the kids, you have the grandfather, you have the parents, you also have dogs. The safety of your home, you know, just really, just solid moving forward. Really, really nice cards for Capricorn this week. You know, moving forward, feeling good, making adjustments. It just seems like a really good, productive, solid week here for you, Capricorn. So there you go. All right, and now here we go with Aquarius. So here we go for Aquarius for the week of April 23rd, 2025. Aquarius, your cards are jumping all over here. This is for Aquarius, April 23rd, 2025. Let's see what we have for Aquarius. The week of April 23rd, 2025. One more shuffle. First card I get, 6 of Cups. Nostalgia, feeling safe. These young ladies are in their grandmother's garden. They're enjoying the flowers. They're enjoying the garden. They feel safe. You know, just feeling like having, maybe you're, you know, hooking up with family this week, you know, going to like a reunion, seeing family, seeing friends, just having a nice time. Maybe having memories, you know, remembering things this week. Just really having a nice time. Again, here's your Ace of Cups, a new emotional beginning. Having those memories and things, but also having a new beginning emotionally, moving forward, saying, you know what, it is time. Your cup is running over, right? Start things fresh and new, and saying, you know what, I can go off on a new path, any path that I want at any moment of my life. I can move forward in a new direction. Maybe not physically. Sometimes it takes time to put things in place, but in my heart and in my mind, I can think of things from a new perspective. I can feel things from a new perspective. And your cup is running over. And here, I love this because then this Hermit card comes up. And it's almost, yeah, kind of going in this weekend, going inside and looking at things from a new perspective and having this new enlightenment, like one step at a time as you move forward. Kind of hearing for you, maybe a new level of enlightenment this week for you, Aquarius. And I really love that for you. So I hope that resonates. All right, and here we go now. This is for Pisces for the week of April 23rd, 2025. Let's see what we got for Pisces for the week of April 23rd, 2025. I'm going to take this card because it flew out. But I'm still shuffling. But one card did fly out, so I'm going to take that. First card I get, this is the card that flew out, the High Priestess. High intuition this week. Something might be hidden from you, but I think your intuition's going to figure it out. I think you're going to get that, like that gut feeling like, this is somebody's hiding something from me. Or I just get, sometimes, you know, for me personally, sometimes I'll just be doing something and something, like I'll just hear a sentence like, you know, so-and-so's going to do this or blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, listen, I'm doing the dishes right now. What I'm not even thinking about that. But keep it, listen to your heart, listen to your mind, listen to your gut feeling. Something I get something might be revealed to you this week that was hidden before. And it just might come at an odd moment where you're like, I'm cutting the grass right now. Why is this coming? You know, why did I just hear this? Or why? Or you'll see something or whatever. Something might be revealed. High intuition this week is what I'm getting. 8 of Pentacles. You just do. In fact, it's like this is you doing your to-do list, right? Almost like this is almost when you hear it. Like you're just busy, like, you know, knocking out the work, right? Doing a great job at it. You're just doing your thing, and you kind of get this intuitive message. So I don't know why that's sticking with me this week for you, Pisces, but that's what I'm getting. 8 of Cups, moving on to something better. I'm almost getting like you hear this message and it allows you or gives you the information you need to kind of move on to something better. So maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. I don't know. But it's almost like something crosses your mind or you hear something in your heart and it's just like, oh, now I see it. You know what? Like, you know, there's the saying, like, I see, said the blind man, right? It's like, now I got that enlightenment to move on to something better. So Maybe that happens, maybe it doesn't, but that's what I got. So there we go. All right, my friends, I will see you tomorrow for our weekly energy reading with our 3-card pick. Of course, Friday for our weekend energy reading with our 3-card pick. Thank you always for being here. And you know, it's namaste.